I can answer that question in three different sort of sound bites. The first thing about transformation for change and soft power, well, if we think about all the big changes to society, they're always driven by community. They don't commonly come from some top-down instruction. So if we think civil rights movement, where did that come from? That came from the community. Abolition of slavery came from the community. Apartheid came from the community. The right for women to vote came from the community. So climate change is going to impact everybody, so it has to come from the community, I believe. People in power, be that big business or governments, multinationals, they have to understand that the people want change. They want a sustainable planet. Related to this, in the second aspect, I would say, is that most of the people do want change. If you look at any of the surveys that you see on climate change, it's always greater than 50%. Normally it's 70, 80, 90% of people want our governments and our businesses to act on climate change. The individual does more than enough. We think about the food that we eat so we're healthy. We think about the energy that we use so you can save money. But the problem is that for the vast majority of people, they want change but don't know how to get it. And I think that is a communication aspect to then add to the third one. I think that communication on these big grand challenges of climate change and sustainability hasn't worked. Being a scientist, for 30 years, every single year, the amount of carbon dioxide goes up in the atmosphere, irrespective of the amount of science and how I communicate it. We need to bend that curve, and we need to think about ways of communication that enact change in the youth, in the elderly, in the rich, in the poor, in the global north and in the global south, because climate change will impact every single person on this planet. So we need to communicate this. And then we need to communicate that, yes, climate change is a horrible problem, but the solutions are amazing. The solutions will make the world a better and a happier place. And, I'm a parent, of beautiful children, and what I want more for them in their life is that they're happy and healthy. And if we don't have a sustainable planet, they won't be. So we need to do a better job for yourselves, for me, and for my kids.